Greetings, people of planet Earth, from Asia to Australia and back around to North America. Thank you for joining us for the WTH podcast, which is about to begin. Hey, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the WTH podcast. Hi there. My name is Nate. If you're looking at your screen, the gentleman next to me is Kareem, and down below, our boy Jason. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Excellent. Our inconsistency has been consistent lately. We did not do a show last week because sicknesses is the real reason. Was that it? No, it was your anniversary.
Last week was my anniversary, which we could have done the podcast. It would have been fine.
But so we'll get to the story of your anniversary.
Guess he didn't get none on his anniversary.
Well, there's a lot of that going around. And the week before that, I had strep. So, yeah, the joy of children in school. Am I
think
right?
that week I had a kid that projectile vomited on that Tuesday night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Next week we will not be here. I can say that right now. There will not be a show next week. As I
Where
will
you
not
going?
be here.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. Ow.
Vermont.
Great Wolf. Great
Whoa.
Wolf.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah. Great Wolf Lodge.
I know it's because Sam does that. She does the ow that happens when the wave pool starts. It's adorable, but it would be useful if she would actually do that while we're listening to Werewolves of London. But so far, she's been uncooperative in my goal to get her to do the ow in the proper place during Werewolves of London, or any time when I would actually like her to do it.
Right. That's always the thing.
Right. They're no fun at all like that. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they did this when, yeah, then they never do.
I found when
go ahead.
I was going to say, I found that when I was filming that little video I did with CJ and Alma a couple weeks ago, I spent a long time trying to get them to remember lines or trying to like remember short phrases to the point of where I just was like, you know what? I just recorded the whole thing and just asked questions and asked them to respond to it and let beeps. Because that's the only way I got it. Like, otherwise it was a fucking shit show. That's the way kids are. Like, you almost have to trick them. You almost have to trick them.
I don't think that's the message you want to get out there.
Yeah, no, you got to trick them.
Treat kids.
You got to trick kids.
Trick kids.
You got to trick them.
Yep.
Right into your van. What?
Your own kids. Your own kids. Your own children. I think the most important part of parenting is tricking your kids for 18 years. Maybe 22.
Yeah. Jason's right. You have to, because if you don't, they won't try shit. They'll stay stuck in their space. And once they get a little older, you'll understand what I'm saying. It was like, if they don't have confidence they'll be able to do it, they will not try anything.
Oh, there's no lack of confidence. That's not the issue.
Well, this is how I tricked CJ. I had to make sure she's not like. Her first day she came home from home, like doing homework. All right, she did not want to do her homework. First day coming home from school, and then I simply told her she's like that her mom would be really disappointed because her mom loved homework so much that she got a degree in biology, which took a PhD, which took lots of reading and lots of homework. And then her job that she has right now for the state of California is like doing homework every single day, lots of it. She's not, I mean, she complains a little tiny bit, but first thing she wants to do when she gets home, does her homework. Like, she likes it. But I tricked her. I did not, because, I mean, you know.
It's not that far off, though.
It's not that far off, but
It really isn't.
you had to gussy it up. You know, it's still being a little tricky.
Sure.
It's manipulative. I was manipulating.
Yeah,
She
there you
wants
go.
to be like mommy when she grows up.
Exactly.
So, since we were last together, Jason, you had an anniversary and a birthday.
Yeah.
How was the birthday?
I hate I hate my birthday. I hate it.
Because it's so close to Thanksgiving.
I possibly.
Is that what you said? Is your wedding date so close to your birthday, so that it could just slide by without any notice?
Yeah. When I was young, or when I was in my, when I was like 22, 21, when I was living in Joshua Tree, there's a guy I used to listen to, and he made a comment one time about celebrating your birthday is a very narcissistic thing. Like, it's saying, look at me, I'm special, I've been here a year. You know, something very similar to what Adam Carolla says. You know, like everybody, what's the big deal about a birthday? So I've always thought about that, and I've always kind of felt that way in one sense. So I don't like planning birthday parties for myself. Yet that's the only way you get a birthday party is if you plan a birthday party for yourself. Nobody's going to plan a birthday party for you. I know it's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
No. I'm laughing at the idea that no one will plan a birthday party for you, because that's the saddest thing that I think you've said on this show. You've said a lot of sad things over the years. You saying out loud, I have to plan my own birthday party, might be the saddest. You can clip that out and play it for your wife too. Kareem, am I far off with that? I mean, that's some sad shit, isn't it?
I mean, we're past that age where we plan birthday parties. Like we're past that point. Like, aren't we? I mean, do you guys?
No.
No, not necessarily. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't have to be a big blowout with a Spider-Man cake. You know.
I just, yeah. Anyhow, so I didn't really put anything. I didn't. I may have said in mixed company around friends and family that I wanted to do an escape room maybe for my birthday, and then I didn't do anything about it. So it didn't happen.
You shouldn't have to do anything about it. That's the point. That's how you tell if your friends and family are cool or not.
Well, everybody has their own shit going on.
If I were to say out loud, so that my wife could hear, that sometime around my birthday, I would like to go to a Sharks game. We would definitely, or a Kings game. There would definitely be some day within a month of my birthday when we would be going to a Kings game or a Sharks game or something like that. That's just kind of how it goes. And I hope I would do the same for her. Although I'm a very forgetful asshole, so maybe not. That's why I'm one of Jason's friends.
Hey, mine took me to Pittsburgh for 50, so I can't say anything. But she did miss the cues when I was trying to tell her that I wanted to watch for Christmas a couple years ago.
Yeah. We all miss cues. That's
yeah.
Why here's what you needed to do is drop hints.
Yeah, I needed to make it more. The thing is, I needed to like. The thing is, I'm dealing with a bunch of people to where Chris, that's just not her. She doesn't like parties. That's just not her thing. You know what I mean? Like that's just not like I would never plan her a surprise birthday party. You know what I mean? Like that would not. That'd be something that she would not enjoy.
But let me do this. And you can clip this out and play it for her too. Your birthday party is not about her.
Nope.
I'm speaking hard truths. Jason, your birthday party is not about whether your wife likes parties or not. So, if she doesn't like parties, absolutely don't plan her a party. Certainly not a surprise party, but
Yeah.
you do. You're Mr. Party. Although, has a whole new
The thing
meaning now.
I was gonna say she also doesn't like. You guys also, I think, in one sense, too, know Jason stop drinking. Party Jason, in one sense, I don't know. But I get what you're trying to say. You're right. I mean, thank you for confirming the sad emptiness inside my soul that I have felt.
Hey, guess who you didn't tell that you wanted to go to an escape room?
You guys.
the people that you do a podcast with, who've actually brought you to an escape room.
Yeah, I know.
We probably would have been like, "Hey, we're gonna take him to escape room."
Yeah. When do we want to do this? How do we do this with all the kids? Yeah, we would have totally done that.
Matter of fact,
not
I
a
was
big
thinking,
ask.
I was thinking about taking you guys to Top Golf again soon.
Hold
on a second.
Is Jason falling off? What's happened?
Computer says it's at 10%, and I thought it was plugged in, but I just see that the green light's not on the plug. So hold on a second.
Jason's going to plug back into the computer now as we talk about his birthday. The thing is, though, if he says he mentioned it, he might have mentioned it in passing at a time when she was doing something else. So she wouldn't have heard it, or it just went by. And if he never brought it up again, it's easy to miss that. It's totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty much his fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
You back with us, buddy?
Yeah, I am.
All right. We found a way to circle back and make it your fault. So, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday. It's a callback. It's a comedian. You should enjoy that. It is an improviser.
It was amazing.
The joy of the callback.
If you guys are not busy on the mornings of the 17th or the 18th,
Yes.
if you can get away for a couple of hours, we can do Top Golf.
Oh, well, let me look. I'm not sure. I'll have to check to see if we are out of town that weekend. But that is an entire possibility. But yes, we will definitely do a show outing again soon.
For shizzle.
Whether we bring the wives or not is another story.
Man, they can suck it.
Yes.
I got a no thanks from the other room. I don't forget that. She's a comedian too. She's riding high on that compliment I gave about a birthday. If I dropped a hint a few minutes ago. Anywho, yeah. So you also celebrated. We won't get too into the weeds with this, but Jason, you celebrated your 7th anniversary.
I mean, yeah, but now it makes me wonder about my marriage. After we talked about my birthday.
We just celebrated our 6th. We had a Black Friday wedding and so our anniversary fell on Black Friday again for the first time since the wedding. So that was exciting. And the other exciting thing is to find out about. We like to go in and find like the traditional gift for each year.
Mm-hmm.
And the gift for the year 6 is iron. It's iron. Now for 7, it's wool and copper. So what did you and the wife exchange for gifts for wool and copper?
So I
Not wool and
got
copper,
her
wool and copper.
Wool and copper. Yeah. So I got her these earrings that had some copper in them that were very nice, and then I also got her some couple of different types of wool socks.
And
so
she got Jason some Duracells because they're the copper top battery.
So funny. Oh my god. She actually got me a bunch of marijuana. So I mean, at least she knows me. It was actually she got me. It was a funny joke because she got me a type of marijuana. It's called lamb's bread. So wool comes from lambs. So that was. She said it was funny. So that's why she did it, and I'm enjoying it.
There you go. It's all you can ask for, man.
Exactly.
That is cool. So excellent. Kareem, I want to note something really quickly here. I noticed on Twitter, somebody on Twitter asked how many more games the Steelers would win this year. Now, the Steelers have 5 games left. And your response was, and I'm going to be pretty close. I may not be exact. No, Kareem's response was enough to make sure that coach has another winning season. At this point, the Steelers have 7 losses. So Kareem guaranteeing a winning season would mean the Steelers are going 4-1 the rest of the way. Is this what you're asserting? And are you into the lamb's wool that Jason has?
That is what I am asserting.
Now,
they're right.
To be
Now they're
honest,
running in the shape.
You got and you caught a big break because Lamar Jackson is probably not playing this next week. So that's one of the 2 games with the Ravens where you don't have Lamar Jackson. But
Deshaun Jackson looked like shit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders is one of those other games.
The Raiders have won 3 in a row, though.
They're like Stephen A says about the Cowboys. The Raiders are gonna Raider.
Truer words.
Right.
And I can't remember who the other 2 were, but there were 2 games that we should win at least one of those.
Yeah, I mean, but 4-1 for a team that's already got 7 losses is a very bold statement.
Oh, Carolina.
Oh yeah, Carolina, who released Baker Mayfield. And everybody's speculating will the Niners pick him up because the Niners have now lost their second starting quarterback of the year to a season-ending injury.
Yeah, so that's 4-1. Yeah, that schedule is 4-1 easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck. I wish you nothing but luck. I don't care enough. Don't care enough to bet. I just wanted to clarify because
because only there were only 2 games that we lost that we actually should have lost.
So what happened in the other 5? Mysticism.
TJ Watt was out.
Well, I mean,
that's it.
Lamar Jackson's going to be out, so I guess it all evens out, doesn't it? Well, that's good. I just wanted to briefly touch on that. It's been an odd time the past few weeks. Kanye West was reinstated on Twitter. Then Kanye West was taken off Twitter again by the master of free speech, Elon Musk himself.
By the head twit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody needs to come get Kanye and not let him near a microphone anymore.
Yeah. Somebody.
I mean, when Alex he went on InfoWars with Alex Jones, and I don't have the audio, but he starts talking about the Nazis and how he doesn't like the word evil to be associated with Nazis because he loves everyone. And I'm like, oh, where is this going? If you hear the clip, Alex Jones's uncomfortable laughter. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one.
He knows.
When you make Alex Jones uncomfortable with what you're saying, then you really, really should take a step back and think. And all this happened as his divorce from Kim Kardashian got finalized. Now, really the big holdup was how much was child support going to be and what was visitation going to be. So those things were settled. Everything else was sort of laid out in the prenup.
Yeah.
And apparently she's buying the house across the street from where she lives that he had owned. I guess to get out of the neighborhood. that's I mean that's got to be awkward when the days that Ye drops the kids off at school, the drop off line at school. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey, yeah. I don't hate it. I love everybody, even the Nazis. Fuck you. I mean,
You dick.
So he's one of those people, and everybody that's tried to help him, he shit on. So there's only one person possibly now who could go get him, and that's Dame Dash. That's it. Everybody else that tried to reach out to him and help him out, he blasted him on other shows before we got to this point. And he made it seem like they were cooning for the man when they were actually trying to help him out. But so at this point, everybody's like, fuck him. And some of those bridges he didn't really have in the first place.
So my question is this. Does anybody care enough to slap some sense into him? Like, physically pull him aside and go, yo. The problem is he's not a billionaire anymore, but he's still got plenty of money for hired goons.
Okay, doesn't yeah.
So Dame Dash is the only person that can do it at this point. And I think at this point, everybody else is just like, fuck it. You get what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for his kids. That's really the big one, because you don't get to choose your parents and how crazy they are, and to be that far in front, and they have to have friends that are Jewish, and classmates and people that they interact with on a regular basis, and though you like to say you're not going to have that bounce onto the kids a little bit, but people are going to look at those kids and go, what's going on, and what is he talking to those kids about, and are they getting that message from their dad? Because I mean that's how shit gets perpetuated.
Yeah.
Is you hear it in your home, you hear it from your parents, you hear it from whomever, and from the good stuff to the bad stuff, it sort of trickles through, and people are going to be looking and wondering, going, what's going on? And with Kim Kardashian too, she's still, for lack of a better term, got his stink on her, even though they are split up. She has distanced herself, but she's working to try and make sure that they have a good relationship with the kids and everything works like that. And so she can't just say, I'm done with you, fuck off. If you're gonna have a co-parenting situation like that, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Well,
there's a certain point where
I feel bad for Kim Kardashian now, and that shouldn't happen.
I don't.
You don't need to go sorry for her. Don't feel sorry for her.
I don't. Fuck her.
Yeah, fuck billionaires. Fuck million. Like fuck those people.
No. She's a part of. She's a part of. She's
part of the problem.
Part of the problem. She's a part of the problem. And she didn't marry him because she loved him. She married him as a business. She made a business decision. All them fucking kids are business decisions. Yeah, they're business decisions. The kids are business. They're business decisions.
The only reason I cock my head is after I think the first kid, they went with surrogates.
Right. Business decision.
And she's like, oh, but I had the preeclampsia, so it would have been dangerous. It's like, then don't have more kids. Maybe adopt a kid or two.
Business decisions. You don't get
Chloe and Tristan Thompson, the second kid, surrogate.
Yep.
And the surrogate was pregnant when she found out that had another kid with somebody he'd been cheating with.
A real kid. Not a real kid, but like
They're both
the old-fashioned way.
kids, Jason.
No, the old-fashioned way. Yeah, but I mean, can I? Yeah, all that shit's crazy. All that shit's crazy. It's crazy. The people sticking up for him. That's crazy. Like, I never thought I would. I felt somebody's hatred toward me because they thought I was Jewish, or complete disregard, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? Like, who defending Kanye and who thinks that all Jews that are the Ashkenazi Jews are just German and French people that have been that are fake Jews. They don't have any real Jew blood in them. That's what I was told multiple times. I don't have Jew blood. I don't have real Jew blood. So yeah, weird shit. But I mean, it's crazy, dude. That said, I want to move on to something else that I learned about in the last 2 weeks since our last time talking, and that's about all of the shit that Kanye was doing at Adidas. Did we talk? We haven't talked about like the naked pictures that he was showing.
No,
we didn't talk about that. You heard about you guys?
That came out after our last show.
Yeah, like that shit's. I just want to say that, like, fuck Adidas. I'm never gonna ever buy Adidas again. The fact that they let it get as far as they, like, the moment that shit happened the first time he shows an employee a fucking porn, like, I don't give a fuck, dude. They don't care about their employees. I know this, but they don't care about that. They don't care. But they don't care about their people. You know what I mean? Like, any idea. Like, it's just one of those ideas again, I guess, maybe just the wool being lifted from my eyes. And that's that no corporation is a fucking good corporation. And it's always just a fucking act. Fuck them. Fuck everything that they stand for. Like, the moment a guy shows porn to any employee shows porn to another employee, like, on company grounds, immediate gone. Like, that is just gone. Like, I don't just, like you said, I get it money, but the fact that this was going on, this was years that it was happening. Like, this was for a tenure of the time that he's been there.
Well,
it's
and
fucking crazy.
The difference though is he's not an employee of Adidas. That's the thing. All of these
he's a contractor, and they would sever ties with any contractor that they were working with. Like, they was doing, like,
unless that contractor paid them billions of dollars. This shit slides.
Remember, they had to think.
Time.
They had to think about letting him go after he said, "I can make anti-Semitic comments, and Adidas can't get rid of me."
Oh yeah,
It took them almost a week after that.
Yeah, they didn't get rid of him.
I was saying, it took him a week after that. They had to think about it nice and hard, which is still fuck. I mean, that is also,
which was one of the porns that he showed people, nice and hard.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nuts, dude.
Well, I'm guessing the fact that they let him get away with that for all of those years was part of what he was talking about. They can't drop me. They let me do this shit all these years. It's gonna look bad on them. It's like, fool.
He
played a classic.
Like,
he played a classic game of.
You can't do it out loud. You can't say that shit out loud.
Yeah.
He played a classic game of fuck around and find out.
That's what he found. He found it. Yeah. I couldn't believe that shit. I mean, I can believe it, but I just couldn't. Like, it's just the levels that people were going to protect the dude, which is, of course, just goes to show you how far money goes, how far money reaches. Like, everybody's going to, so you gotta imagine that what was going to be found out in Discovery when when Elon was going to buy Twitter, like when he was going to fuck around and find out. What do you think was? There's a reason why he ended up deciding to go ahead and just fucking buying Twitter. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we need all of your, we need all this information from you around these dates and this time. He's like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and buy it. I'll just buy it. You don't need to know that stuff.
That he had agreed to it and then backed out, and then the court was like, nah, you can back out, but you still have to pay the full $44 million plus court fees. And again, a business decision. Would you rather pay $44 billion and have something, or $44 billion and not have something? That's not hard. The dumb thing is he thinks he's going to show up there and know how to run it, and clearly he does not.
Hey, I think that there's that. I think he doesn't care about the money. Fuck the money. He doesn't give a fuck about that. Like, especially because it would be tied up in courtrooms and shit like that for so long. Like, rich people don't pay money like that. They don't pay, like, they don't care about money like that. They, like, there was something that people were going to find out about. He doesn't care about. He more cares about what people think about him. And
he really should not have bought Twitter.
Yeah.
Now he gets to find out.
Well, he's getting the people that he wants. He knows who he wants. He wants Joe Rogan's people, and he has a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, but the value of Twitter, is going down. I mean, not Twitter, of Tesla's going down as we speak.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, partly from him owning Twitter and being on Twitter,
but also telling people that. Well, because he told the senator, right? That was like head of the committee, like that's doing a bunch of investigations on Tesla in the first place. Like, oh yeah,
yeah, and they have lawsuits, discrimination lawsuits in court out here, and they're having lawsuits from cars catching on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So,
well, he might end up. We're finding out things like the Hyperloop was kind of a scam.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing is, Tesla has been really basically funded by taxpayer dollars.
Yeah,
that's
the part. So that's one of the things I keep telling black people. Like, look, y'all keep thinking you got to make all this shit on your own. All these rich white people are rich because they got government financing for a bunch of the shit that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that shit's government research and development and grants and shit.
So Joe Biden, speaking of government, tweeted that the government is building 5,000 fast charging stations across the country. So once you go electric, you will still be able to go on your road trips and your family drives and all of that. And Elon replied, I think he retweeted it or quote tweeted it. I don't follow him, but I still saw it. Or you could just buy a Tesla. We have charging stations. But I don't want one.
Right.
Because you're a dick. And General Motors is coming out with a full line of fully electric vehicles in the next year or two. And you know what's still going to be around in 5 years, 10 years? General Motors.
Yeah.
General Motors is still going to be around. I don't know that Tesla will.
I think Ford has gotten rid of all of their cars except for the Mustang. And I think they're going to do some electric cars next.
Listen, when California came out and said in 2035, you're only going to be able to buy new electric cars in California, that was the thing that pushed every company that was wondering, should we, shouldn't we, shouldn't we? That's what pushed them over the edge. This economy is too big to ignore. So you better be able to service this economy if you're going to be a car dealer. You can't just go, you know what, we're just going to keep making pickup trucks that take gas.
Yeah.
Like, you won't be able to sell them in this market. which, that may be fine. You may be able to go, we're going to have a plant in Tennessee and it's just going to make gas powered cars, and we're going to sell them to people in the South who are damned if they're going to be driving an electric car.
Yeah.
There's a market for that.
But this is the biggest market, one of the biggest markets in the world, not just the country.
Right. It's the fifth largest economy in the world.
Yeah.
There's tens of millions of people who live here and tens of millions of cars that live here.
Yeah.
And all the people that are upset about it, it's like, look, there's still going to be millions and millions and millions of cars that are gas powered in the state of California in 2035 and beyond, because our cars do not rust out.
Yeah.
So to see a 20, 30-year-old car driving around here is not a big deal. If you go to someplace like living in the Northeast in Vermont, you don't see a lot of 20, 30-year-old cars unless someone put them in storage for the winter, because they pick up salt and snow in the winter and they rust out.
Yeah.
So you don't have that same thing. Here, we're going to have cars that are on the road for that long. People are going to hold on to them. People are going to be like, yeah. And if you think they're not going to be gas stations, you're crazy. Chevron isn't going to shut down all of its gas stations. They're just going to diversify so that if you've got an electric car, you can pull in and charge it. They're going to get their money. They're not going to not get their money. All right. Let's talk about important things.
Masturbation is a form of witchcraft. Not anyone is realizing that this is a demonic attack and it's a form of witchcraft. Masturbation is a form of control. You understand that you are literally controlling an orgasm. You're controlling your own pleasure. That is witchcraft. That is a curse that you begin to place over your own life that will then literally bleed into your future children's life. This means that this will become a generational curse that you started or that your parents started that will now go to the next generation. It's witchcraft. Cancel the assignment of wet dreams. I cancel the assignment of having orgasms in my dreams. I cancel the assignment of masturbation.
I thought she would be against cancel culture, but here she is canceling her wet dreams and masturbation.
The assignment of sexual immorality over my life. You got to bind the enemy. In the name of Jesus, we break all masturbation and witchcraft off your life now. Masturbation is a form of witchcraft.
In the name of Jesus, you say?
It sounds like she needs to learn about gender fluidity and that she might just be asexual.
I think she needs to maybe figure out how to pleasure herself better and embrace the witchcraft.
I think she did it too much.
Oh, so look, I don't know that that's what, unless there's some chafing, I don't believe you can do it too much.
Well, she might have did it and not was able to do anything else. And she had to go to Jesus to get her way out.
So do you think Jesus gives her an orgasm?
Well, she's trying to stop that. She's binding that.
It's head scratcher. She is
binding that.
I don't know. She's a Christian influencer. Yeah.
Only if she has an OnlyFans, baby. Because I don't want to masturbate to her.
See if she has look, check and see if she got a wristband, a wrist brace they'll let you know for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see one in the video. Her wrists looked perfectly fine, but time heals all. Time heals all. So I believe it's tomorrow or sometime this week. The runoff in Georgia is happening
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, as we record this.
Yes.
So getting the audio download, it's already happened.
Yes, it's already happened.
So among the people that have been in Georgia campaigning, Barack Obama has been showing up, doing his one-man show in support of Raphael Warnock.
Now, if you would forgotten what I said the last time. It's okay because you just have, wait a minute. He reminds you every time he opens his mouth. I mean, every day. Every day he comes up with something. Every day. Since the last time I was here, Mr. Walker has been talking about issues that are of great importance to the people of Georgia. Like whether it's better to be a vampire or a werewolf. This is a debate that I must confess I once had myself. When I was 7. Then I grew up.
Oh man,
In
savage.
case you're wondering, by the way, Mr. Walker decided he wanted to be a werewolf, which is great. As far as I'm concerned, he can be anything he wants to be, except for a United States Senator.
You forget just how sharp a tongue Obama has.
Oh yeah.
And he curbed it so much when he was president. It's crazy. And now he is letting it all hang out. Just crazy.
I think he's still really holding his tongue. I think he's still holding back.
I think so too.
I think he wanted to, I don't think he wanted to tear Herschel down too far.
He said he has the mentality of a 7-year-old.
Yeah, no. That's not that far.
No, he said it in the nicest roundabout way possible.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, Herschel Walker had the thought process of a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what that all boils down to.
Exactly.
I
what it
like
boils
the
down.
I like the pauses, especially the part where he literally puts a palm on his own forehead, gives his head a little scratch.
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, it's crazy. Chuck Grassley, he's 203 years old. He's a senator from Iowa. He tweeted a picture of a vacuum cleaner, a very old vacuum cleaner. Tweeted, Thanksgiving has arrived, getting started early. Got faithful Beth out. Beth is the vacuum cleaner, by the way. HV to take it easy. W faithful Beth. He's limited in the characters. Been informed it's too old to get repairs. With a little care, I expect faithful Beth to clean Grassley home for a few more years.
Bro, just buy a brand new vacuum cleaner.
Maybe.
Nah. Wasn't
Maybe
it Kirby?
Maybe it has some witchcraft.
Right. It is a concept 2. It's a Hoover heavy duty power drive concept 2. And it's got the old school cloth bag on the back.
Oh yeah.
Retractable cord? Fuck you. There's no retractable cord. You wrap that son of a bitch around and around the outside.
This is the type of thing that you find like when you go to like, if you were to work at an auto parts store that's been around for 50, 60 years,
Yeah.
that they have, they crank out of the back. They're like, okay, here you go. And you're like, it doesn't even work, bro. It's that's just coming out.
Does it have
Yeah,
a
the power-
hose?
No.
No, it's an
It does
upright.
not.
It's an upright.
Listen, the power cord is like 2 trailer park girls. It goes round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Yeah.
Shady's back
Yeah.
in my head. While we were away, also, Fox News had something they called the Patriot Awards. The Patriot Awards. Here's what it sounded like.
Fox Nation. If you go to NASCAR races or the Patriot Awards, that's where the real party is. Golden Corral and Camping World, thank you very much for sponsoring this end.
The Fox Nation Patriot Awards also has an MVP. We call it the most valuable patriot.
This year's Ultimate Patriot.
The 2022 Patriotic Badass.
You know what? I might have to change my last name to Patriot.
Bill Clinton knew I was doing this event tonight. He called me, Hannity, I need you to do me a favor. He goes, I know there's a lot of hot chicks that watch Fox News.
Don't let anybody in here.
We used to swim in a fire hydrant. You know what a fire hydrant, you just got to do this and stuff. Up next, again, is Tucker Carlson.
Amen. That's right. That's exactly right.
That's exactly right.
You're telling me
Exactly
somebody
right.
could watch that and tell me there is no creator?
Now I don't like parties.
There you go.
I don't
My
like that
God.
party.
Oh boy. Oh man. Deep breaths. I can't even. I can't even. I didn't recognize a lot of the people in that. I did recognize a couple people. I recognized Dan Bongino, who is a former Secret Service agent turned talk radio stain. I also recognized one of the Duck Dynasty guys. And as someone who used to watch that show, I'm very disappointed. Not surprised, just very disappointed. So while we were away also, there was an auction at Lelands.com. In 1972, the Yankees asked former players for their most outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium. And Mickey Mantle's response was so lewd and graphic, it could never be printed. But the original went up for auction. I'm not sure what it sold for, but here's the letter that went out from the Yankees to Mickey Mantle. Dear Mickey, as you probably know, 1973 marks the 50th anniversary of the Yankee Stadium, and we're going to have a season-long golden anniversary celebration. We hope to mark the occasion with our Old Timers Day, Saturday, August 11th, as well as individual dates during the season. We thought it would be interesting to learn from you what you consider your outstanding event at Yankee Stadium. In many cases, the answer is obvious, but because we are writing a large number of former teammates, we are making you answer this question for us. 1973 will be the final season at Yankee Stadium as we know it. We will be located at Shea in 1974 and 75 while Yankee Stadium is completely rebuilt to reopen in 1976. Thank you for your cooperation. We're looking forward to seeing you in 1973 and wish you a happy holiday season. Yours, truly, very truly yours, Bart Fischel, dated December 14th, 1972. Mickey's response. And it's a form, the first question. I consider the following my outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium. Mickey writes, I got a blowjob under the right field bleachers by a Yankee bullpen. And the next question, this event occurred on or about. Give as much detail as you can. It was about the third or fourth inning. I had a pulled groin and I couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked me what to do with the cum after I came in her mouth. I said, don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker. Signed, Mickey Mantle, the All-American Boy.
No, that's not. This is not real.
It is absolutely 100%.
I don't know. You guys have posted some stuff in the last couple of weeks that was not real, that almost got me caught.
This is 1,000% real. And if you don't believe me, Keith Olbermann referenced it on his Countdown with Keith Olbermann podcast. This is the second most profane bit of baseball memorabilia that exists. And he owns the first.
Oh, what's the?
I don't remember the details on it, but yes, this is absolutely real. This is absolutely
Wow.
real. So, all American.
Wow,
boy.
Mickey Mantle, All American boy for sure.
He had a pulled
Getting
groin,
blowies during the third or
look,
fourth ending.
Look, he had a pulled groin, so he couldn't fuck.
Yeah, if you have a pulled groin, what are you gonna do?
Let her pull it for you.
Well, they did ask for as many details as he could give.
They did.
She
I wonder if
asked
it was
me what
just.
to do with it. Don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker. Oh, the innocence of her question, while at the same time accompanied by the act near the bullpen at Yankee Stadium, is a wonderful juxtaposition.
It is.
He doesn't mention the year.
He didn't mention the year.
No, he mentioned the inning. He mentioned which inning. I mean, I guess you could look back and see when Mickey Mantle had a pulled groin and, cross-reference it from there, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Mickey Mantle was drafted as a 17-year-old from Oklahoma, and he was in the major leagues very quickly. He did not have an education. Oh, look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. If you're not watching the video, you should definitely check out the video. You can look at the puppy. So it's not surprising that would be his answer to the question. I mean, that is a memorable moment at Yankee Stadium.
I would put it in my top 3.
Oh yeah.
Likely, no one else wrote back with that.
Yeah, most of the other ones were during the 8th or 9th.
Later in the game.
I mean, or the 7th inning stretch, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
It was pregame as people were shuffling into the stadium. Oh man, that would be a great. That would third or fourth.
I got
wasn't sure.
You got an accidental hand job in line once.
Listen. Grinding up on somebody else's hand while you're riding the subway is not that.
That's not that.
No.
What if it happened to you and you were like, I might enjoy it? Like, get your vagina off of me, lady. Stop.
Oh boy. Oh, rest in peace is trending on Twitter as we speak right now. Let's see why.
And Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
Kirstie Alley has passed away at 71.
She's now part of the great Dianetics in the Sky.
She is, and we've lost another great conservative. Great conservative. I don't know. She was battling cancer. So,
Yeah.
Secretly
unfortunately,
battling
we lost Bob McGrath from Sesame Street. He died at 90. So he's the next one on the list. And Chadwick Boseman would have been 46 years old today. So that's the other mention that got the rest in peace. So, all right. So here's a question for you. Sports question. Jason, we'll start with you. Aaron Judge.
Okay.
62 home runs this year.
Okay.
Yankees right fielder. Played some center field. The Giants are pursuing him greatly. He grew up in Linden, so he's local. Does he come to the Giants, or does he return to the Yankees? Jason,
He's coming
thoughts?
though.
Kareem, you say he's coming west?
He's coming west.
Okay. Jason, what do you think? There's no wrong answer.
No, I know. I feel like he'd come back west.
He's going to make a huge pile of money either way, and the tax burden is going to be about the same, I think.
Yeah. Well, possibly pay less in taxes here.
Yeah, that's actually true. New York City is pretty bodacious with the taxes. That did not stop Justin Verlander from signing with the Mets, though.
Yeah.
For $43 million a year. $43 million a year. He's 39. As I wrote on Twitter, the Mets are now paying old elderly pitchers $1 million for every year they've been alive. Because they've also got Max Scherzer that they signed last year.
They just finished paying off Bobby Bonilla.
Well, oh sure. Well, that was $2 million. I believe that was $2 million a year for $1 billion years.
Yeah,
that was that deal. So yeah, the winter meetings are taking place in San Diego. Yeah, it's been very interesting so far. So far, you had the Verlander signing, which means Kate Upton's going to New York as well. Trey Turner goes from the Dodgers to the Phillies. He's 29. They signed him to. He'll be 30 on opening day, and they signed him to an 11-year contract. He's going to be a 14-year-old shortstop.
yeah.
That's not a smart move. I mean, it may be great for the next 3 to 5 years, and then, all right. Anyway, that's that's the end of sports talk. I just wanted to get you guys thoughts on what was going to happen with Aaron Judge.
If he was going to stay Yankee, I think he would have stayed a Yankee.
Yeah, I just don't know how much they're going to. I don't know. What I don't know if this is actually real. This is from a. Let me look up this account. Oh, it's a parody. It's a parody account. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat that. It's a parody account that tweeted an alleged Kate Upton Esquire radio interview that said we had a higher offer from the other New York team, but we wanted to go where the fans don't boo their own. Sorry, Hal. Because Yankee fans did boo Aaron Judge in the playoffs. Now, he did not play well in the playoffs, but that's not the best way if you're kind of hoping he's coming back. If you're like, hey, our big free agent is going out there, how should his fans handle his struggles in the postseason? Let's boo him. Let's just boo him out of here. It's like,
damn right.
I think that might be the tipping point. That might be the difference between staying and going. I mean, it would be for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
If I'm out there busting my nuts for you every fucking day, and I just had one of the more historic seasons all year, and I have a bad 5 games, and you're going to boo me, be like, fuck you. I'm going to go to San Francisco where they will treat me like a king.
Yes.
Oh, Clue agrees with you.
And I get to hang out with my fam. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to do that? He's going to be making enough money to live anywhere he likes in San Francisco or outside of San Francisco and not have to worry about it. He's going to make so much money, he could live in Marin and take a yacht to work.
It reminds me of the time where I was working. It reminds me of the time where I was working at Blockbuster, and they're like, a bunch of the customers were cheering when I got taken, off the floor after telling them that I was not going to check the box for the 15th time in the last 10 minutes. And they thought that they all cheered at me. Cheered. Yeah, like I was going to come back to work the next day. Fuck them. Fuck them and their movies in the box. Do you guys remember that shit? Like, how old are we? Do you remember that? Like, when the movie, like, there's new releases, and you're like, you know what? Hey, it's a Tuesday night. I know they have to be back on Tuesday night. Can you just check and see if you have Shallow Hal and
Shallow Hal featuring Tony Robbins, where Jack Black calls him Banana Hands. Yeah, I've seen it. Yes, I
Oh,
remember
man.
people going up and going, can you check the Dropbox and see if someone returned it? Can you check the Dropbox? Check that Dropbox. Check the Dropbox. Can you check it?
I just used to sit by the Dropbox and watch the people dropping off the movies, which got awkward every once in a while because guys would come to return the XXX movies that they had there at the warehouse, and then I'd be seeing what XXX movies like. Oh, you're into dudes, huh? You like the big dicks? See that?
Well, I think that's a good place to leave off. Jason and his stories of liking the bigs.
Life in the bigs. Working at warehouse. Man, I was so excited the day that I got my job at the warehouse and I was working at a, record tape video store. Super excited.
Who can blame you?
That was like the bigs, man. I was no longer working at some weird, selling newspapers in Antioch. I was selling copies of the Tri-Valley Herald.
You were out of the point
in Concord.
Oh boy! Thanks everybody for joining us. Whether you watch live or listen later, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to make us part of your routine. Once again, no show next week, as I'm going to the indoor water park with the children, and then probably one the week after that. I think maybe just one more this year. One more this year. One more this year. Hopefully in studio. Daughter was a little sick today, so we decided to risk contaminating anybody else.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, little cough, little runny nose situation. I was like, you know what? You're staying home from preschool. You know why? Because it's preschool and you can play here.
Yes.
Well, and sleep here. Really, more than the running around and playing. I didn't want her going out in the wet and getting all.
Yep.
Yeah. So she got two naps today. That's how you know she was sick. 2 naps. Dos napos.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kareem. Thank you, Jason. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you next time on the WTH podcast. Bye-bye.
Peace.